Howdy, Ken Tortoise Capital with the speed run for, let's see, April 2nd, 2020. So Alcoa, just stalking. I like that it's turning. It's in the spring in the Red River. That's feeling good. Still too early yet. Apple. Covered the short today on the rebound in the broad market, so that's good. Aussie dollar, we are just stalking. Boeing, I'm short from here. That one's still in good shape. I'm going to move my stop down to here so you can see that. Caterpillar, long 1, long 2. Going to move my stop up to here. A little easier to see. Where would I add a third position, you ask? I think C1. If I was smart, I would add it right there, so I'm not smart. Let's add one there, just in case. If we get any kind of momentum tomorrow, and then that'll give us 3 in hand, and we'll manage that one closely intraday. Cliff, stalking. Cisco, short one and covered today, missed the re-entry. That's one of the Rebuild America ones. God, I should have had that today. I think we should probably be looking at something like this. And then a retest all the way up here. I think we should be looking for that. And then I could even live with a tighter stop. Like if it took off, I think I might even try an execution stop like right below the Bollinger Band mean. So let's try that on the long side. Cut. Covered the short today. Still premature. This is almost an owl entry. Yeah, it will be. Damn it. Part of the old Rebuild America. So if we were going to rebuild America, let's go with a stop here. And a long position right there. Clear this. That's what tomorrow's trade would look like. So if we get an orderly open inside here and it crosses through there, we'll go for it, and we'll put our stop down here. I would even be willing in the moment, based on what the future's like, bring that stop up into here to get a larger position size. But we'll start with the first position with a wider stop at the belly of the dragon. Chevron, got long today. Stop here. That's in pretty good shape. Well, I want to move that up here to lock that in, but we're just going to keep that there for now. Devon Energy, got long one here. Stop is here. So you can see that. This is where I would add a second position. Boy, oil just felt like it really made the difference today. Just while we're here, we'll see that when we get to USO. I like this in emerging markets, and if you're an emerging markets player, I think you could talk yourself into that with the stop here. I think I would wait for it to get above the hump of this 10. So here's how I want to play that. Tomorrow, if we get a high, I'll be watching for a hybrid frog. So if I can get a hybrid frog entry, let's say north of this, but before there. This is where I want to add mechanically. So I think I'd play a hybrid frog for sure there, and then add another position there, and then a third one if it gets above the Bollinger Band mean. So that's how I'm going to trade that one. EFA, we got nothing on that one. This is similar to the EFA piece, but that's not as strong as EEM. I mean, that's not as strong as EEM was. If we look at EEM, that's stronger, which is why I want to trade that one. EFA is not nearly as strong, so I would still wait to see a breakout above this. Japan, not as strong as EEM, so I'm just stalking. Mexico, I got long on this one today. I like that, and then it failed on the pullback, but my stop is still here, so I actually like that, and then I will add at the PSAR break. And meanwhile, my stop is here. I like those little boxes a lot better than the circles. Get some precision. Feels like bricks. EWZ, covered the short today. I really like that little tube, but that's going to start off as a hybrid frog, and I'm prepared to keep a piece on a swing if everything works well. I'll keep 20% of the position. That'll start off as a hybrid frog. Home Depot. Part of our Rebuild America kit. That looks reasonable. On a swing, I think I could live with that. Something like that. Add a second position if it crosses above the tip of the 10. Get this out of the way over here. Yeah, I think I like that. Russell, just stalking. Not as strong as either of the other larger indexes. Real estate, just stalking. Dislike it. McDonald's, that's not bad. Had a real strong finish. I think I'm going to try that tomorrow. That would be my intention right there. I wouldn't be offended if you brought, your initial risk for the swing was here, or even down here, because you want to play all the way back to here, but I want to get a tighter stop and a larger position size on this one. Or the same position size with half the risk. So it's constant dollars at risk. Take your pick. But that would be 2 scoops long for me. Nucor, I'm just studying that because of my interest in steel. And boy, does that look good. Boy, does that look good. Wow, that looks really good to me. That whole pattern right there, that's sort of the argument of the... you can see the life cycle of... just while we're here, you can see the life cycle of the... the unambiguous move down. So we're talking about the owl. P1, that's an RLCO outside the river. Notice that the dragon had completely come out of the river. That's unusual. So there's P1. That's the second criteria. So unambiguous move, P1, RLXD. The dragon rolls up, 30 rolls up. You got a PSAR flip. Your entry is right there or right there. And so an entry at 33, just so you can see what that trade frame looks like. That would be the trade frame. So my good friend Goodlow, he likes instantly buying the he instantly likes buying the RLXD right in the moment, because he's playing for this move right away. You know, that the next couple bars. This one, the owl was thinking about this. So this would be leg 1 up to the Bollinger Band mean successful, then Z1, then the fair value, and then all the way back up here to the before the collapse. So I would be happy with any, I guess, let me put it this way, I guess any entry in this region would seem to be pretty reasonable to me. But this feels really good in steel, in Nucor, and that looks really good. And we're through the Red River, and that's the 0 line. We didn't even get to the 0 line until this thing gets probably up into here. That's when we'll hit the 0 line. Oh, the doggies are back from their haircut, and they're ready for a walk. All right, let's get going. Clean energy. Stalking. That's not so good right there. On the other hand, it's really good if you want to say that the belly of the dragon's going to hold. So let's stalk the heck out of this one, huh? And the play would be back to fair value. Get that out of the way for you. What could we do with that? You know, one way to look at this is to say, let me just get a really tight entry with a stop, like just right here anyway, right? Because you're just going to do that. Boy, I really like these rectangles better. So now what you've done is you've minimized the risk to execution. And, you know, the longer you wait for confirmation, like if I waited till it got above the RL10, then look at my execution risk, and then my position sizing risk is going to be larger. So the waiting for confirmation reduces my position size and reduces the gains. But if I can buy it here, the cost of being wrong is smaller. But with constant dollars at risk, I just have a larger position size. So let's see how that one shapes out. And what I really would say is, and if you wanted to finesse that, you could just say, let me take a second position here. So by just the first half here on a very tight stop. Yeah, could I also be at the P? Yeah, I could be at the P-star, but I would actually prefer that one right there, where I'm just going to say screw it, get long, tight stop, and if it unfolds, it's massive. If I'm wrong, it's a stop and reverse, because then it's going to come down all the way down to here, and then that's tradable space. You know, that's 15%. From 24 to 21. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll try that. So I'll get long here, initial risk here, add a second position, hope for that. Fair enough. And that triple short oil just got smashed. That's sort of like there's probably news in the energy sector. Silver is stalking. This should be good for Wheaton up, pull back, held support, and taken off. Good. Virgin Galactic got short yesterday, still good to go. I'm going to bring my stop down to here. Just because speculation is speculation. Oops, that should be green, sorry. That was the wrong one, sorry. There's my stop here. Simon Property Group. Beauty. So we got short one. We got our second short on it today. I think I was slow. I think I should have had another position in here. There was a big market meltdown yesterday, so there was a lot going on. But the second position is now in here. And we got to put a stop in here somewhere. Let's bring our stop to there. Okay. Treasuries, vert flat. That's favorable for them, I suppose. If I was a treasuries trader, I guess I'd be interested in that. Tesla. I just can't do anything right on Tesla, except complain about them. Maybe I need to change my attitude. Maybe that's what it is. So I was long here, lost, then got short, and then my stop is here. So there. Oil. Got long one at 4.89. Stop is at 4.25. VIX. If that starts decaying, this is really favorable. Look how narrow the band is compared to the previous. That's volatility leaving the market. We started stalking that here. And this is interesting. So, Walmart, we're long one in the run up today at the PSAR flip. Probably should have been better in getting it here, but that's what mechanical entries are for. Where would I add another position above the fair value? Currently, the stop is here. Let's just get paid. Daggone it. Put another one here, Ken. You afraid of all the time. Always afraid. It's Walmart. What's to fear? And then if it breaks above that Z3 line, we'll put another one there. Let's plan on that. That would be a good plan. So that's our price lever. That's how we're going to get 4 into Walmart when that goes. Now all it has to do is just go. Wheaton. I will get long here. And I will put a stop there. I will also get short there with a stop here. When we are short from here, move our stop down to here. Add another position if it drops below, like that, the PSAR flip. And another, ooh, that was nice. And another one if it breaks through the PSAR flip there. Okay. U.S. Steel. So the swing stop, I'll cover that tonight in this strategy, got hit at 610. We got paid pretty well on the intraday moves inside here, but the swing that we got made a fraction. Gave back a ton on the swing, but so what are you going to do? This one is XLB. We're long one. The green, I believe in this one. So we'll see if that makes a difference. I don't think it does. It just makes it harder for me to think. Stop here, long here, second, third, fourth positions. Energy, got long one, stop is here. Second position at the Bollinger Band, third position, top of that stack. Finance, just studying. This is interesting to me. That's not a bad looking 2-day pattern. Not trading it, but I'll come back and regret that later. Tech, not as strong as finance. Healthcare, I believe in them. So daggone it. Let's add one tomorrow if it gets through there. Come on, fellas. Man, if there were ever any better Americans than healthcare workers, I never met them. God, they're amazing. Zeus Steel, I'm studying it as part of the whole steel industry piece. So I had been working with my brother. So he was excited about PE the other day. We were talking about it around in here, and I said, well, if it got above this line and did a PSAR flip, I'd buy it. So we did, and then boom, went up 24% today. Thanks, my brother. And we're going to lock in our stop, I think, right there. Love my brother, but, I'm still going to manage the trade. So that's the speed run. Thanks for your attention. Pardon my language if I was improper anywhere there. Take good care.